Okay, let me get my annotate. Okay. Why is the statute unconstitutional? A, it constitutes an invalid delegation of legislative authority to an executive agency. I don't like this one because the Congress can delegate duties to the executive branch. So that's a false statement. B, it interferes with the exercise of the president's paramount authority in foreign affairs. I like that. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to wait to read the facts. C, it requires an executive agency to report its decisions to Congress. That's okay. I don't think that would make it invalid. Decisions.
But it's okay while you strike it.
It requires an executive agency to report decisions. That wouldn't make it unconstitutional. Oh, wait, am I doing this backwards?
Are you intend to strike C, or you want to intend to leave C alone?
I'm going to clear this because what makes the statute unconstitutional? It constitutes an invalid delegation of legislative authority. Okay, that wouldn't make it unconstitutional. B, it interferes with the exercise of the, okay, this could possibly make something unconstitutional. And then C, it requires an executive agency to report its decisions to Congress. I mean, I thought that was allowed. It requires,
So if it's allowed, then it's the wrong answer.
Right.
Because why is the statute unconstitutional?
Right. So I'm going to strike it because I think that's okay. D, it authorizes a committee of Congress to overturn an executive decision. That I would leave. I'm going to see what the facts say. So Congress enacted a statute, here it's Congress statute, establishing a program to protect areas in the United States that are rich in biological diversity. The program is consistent with the terms of an environmental treaty that the president objected to and did not sign. So it's a treaty that he did not sign. The statute creates an executive agency and authorizes it to designate parts of federal lands for inclusive in the program in accordance with the criteria taken for the treaty. In a severable provision, the statute further provides that the agency must report each designation to a committee of Congress and that the committee may overturn the agency's designation by a majority vote. Why is the statute unconstitutional? Well, if the president didn't sign it and they created this agency to bypass him, that's the reason why it's unconstitutional. And they're not meddling with his foreign powers. So I'm going to stick to D. It authorizes a committee of Congress to overturn an executive decision.
So D is the answer. Anybody pick another answer beside D? Okay, it looked like everybody agree. Let's see what the answer is.
D, correct. The provision of the statute authorizing a congressional committee to overturn the agency's designation of federal lands is an unconstitutional legislative veto. Congress may overturn the action of an executive agency only by enacting a statute.
Okay. So here's why I picked this one. Did anybody think why I picked this one? Did anybody know why I picked this one?
Delegation
or just because Mr. V want to pick one?
You wanted to show the
Anybody?
delegation of powers?
Massive knowledge. I don't know. No, I don't know why.
Okay, here's a hint, an M. We start with an M.
Massive knowledge.
Not that M. M-A.
Mandatory.
C.
Macro, micro.
Okay,
Oh,
this is what it bothered me last night. We learned from last night that Congress handle macro. Okay, so Congress created, okay, a program, that's macro. Congress give it to the executive agency. The executive agency, that's Michael. See that?
Mhm.
Because this is the person that carried out the president's side. That's the Michael, right? I don't know how to spell Michael. I think that's it.
That's it.
Michael. Okay, so that's Michael. You see it? Michael is Congress created, give it to the executive agency. That's micromanagement. Micromanagement and micromanagement. You see? So Congress want to control Michael want to control the executive agency. Okay, so they cannot do that. Remember, I told you last time, they cannot do that. Okay, so remember that. Remember the concept that Congress is Michael management. When it creates something, then it give it to someone, then that Michael. You have to allow that Michael management. You see it? So it authorized a committee. Why is the statute concerned? It authorized a committee of Congress to overturn the executive decision. See it? You give someone authority and then you overturn it. And that's not how that works. See, the statute authorizes it. You guys see that, guys? To overturn it, the executive decisions. Can't. Now, here is another one that, okay, this is the one, remember this one is about, it's the same thing that we did last time, that Congress give the president something. And then the answer was like, I didn't like it. Remember? Same logic, Michael and Michael. So here, look at the answer. Okay, look at the answer. The provision of the statute authorizing Congress committee to overturn the agency decision regarding the federal land is unconstitutional legislative veto. Who has a legislative veto?
Because legislature, but that's not
President.
allowed.
Congress don't have legislative veto. Who has legislative veto?
The president.
The president. So he cannot overturn it. Congress may overturn the action of the legislative agency only by enacting a statute. You see here. So if once macro is done, okay, when macro management is done, send to the president, Michael. If Congress want to stop the micromanagement, they need to enact another statute. You see it? They need to enact another statute. You guys see that? See it? Can't just overturn it. So that's where Congress gave money, right? Congress gave money to the president to buy houses for give money for a soldier's wife, medicine for soldier children, build a school in the camp, you know, in the soldier camp, whatever, right? So President Trump took that money and built the wall with it. You see it? The only way Congress can stop it is he needs to enact another statute that prohibits them doing it. That's why President Trump and his people take the money that belong to soldier wives, soldier children, you know, and build, I think they was gonna buy like 5-10 Jeep or vehicle and all that stuff. They take that money and they build the wall. So when I hear about this stuff, I go, oh, okay, that's interesting. So Congress did not do anything with President Trump. Congress can't say, give me the money back. You see it? That's the concept of Michael and Macro. Cannot veto it, legislative veto. Anybody have any questions? I picked these questions to give you the concept again of macro-management and micromanagement between Congress and the executive. Okay, so, and also a lot of time your guy don't see this. Courtney B didn't really saw this. Okay, didn't see it. See it? That's a micromanagement. I hope you guys took macro and micro in college. I still remember those two classes. I love it. Those two class concept was like awesome, awesome. Micromanagement, I think micro business and macro business, something like that. That's what they call it. All right. Anybody have any question? Cool. Okay. And okay, let's go back. Let's go back. And this one right here, foreign affairs. Okay. It had nothing with the fact. Foreign affair, nothing with the fact. If they're going to test you foreign affair power, they're going to test you differently. You know, he going out there, he do something out there, foreign affair, right? Foreign affairs always tested because foreign affairs, president and Congress shares. Both of them have foreign affairs. Okay, so this one have nothing to do with that. Okay. It requires an executive agency to report a decision to Congress. Okay. Well, the executive from time to time go to Congress and report. Okay, so B is correct. This is a true statement because it's allow Congress to follow see what's going on. It's just like your manager. You did something, and then you report to your manager. So the executive agency reported to Congress. That's okay. And B, strike that. Okay. Okay. So the Congress cannot overturn once it gives the decision out. That is the veto. Okay, guys.
Mr. V, so here the key sentence here is this part then. Congress and that the committee may overturn the agency's designation by a majority vote.
Right, right. That's correct. So they cannot overturn like that. So what do they need to do?
They need to enact a statute.
Yeah, only enacting a statute. So here is what Congress is doing right now. Congress have a meeting to enact a statute that, I forgot, what did the President Trump do something that Congress did not like? So they try to meet and enact a statute so that future president cannot do. You guys remember that on the news? It went off my head.
That's a lot.
It went off my head. There's a meeting that not allow president to do something. Okay, I forgot about that. Well, I learned. I will tell you next time we meet, probably. Okay, but that's what happened. When Congress doesn't like President Trump doing something, Congress has to enact a statute. Otherwise, can't stop him. Can't stop him. Okay. Okay. So I think it might be that money that he spent or something. No, it's not that, but it's a good one. It's something that President Trump did that bothered Congress really bad. Don't remember.
Maybe he woke up.
Oh, I got it. No, I got it. No, I got it. I got it. Cannot allow president to pardon close friends or things like that. Yes, that's what they're having meeting right now, try to pass that law. Because the pardon or commute of a president is absolute. So he commute his friend. And that just, it go against all law that we know. Conflict of interest. Our law is despite conflict of interest. We do not allow to represent when they have conflict of interest or do anything that have conflict of interest. Clearly, Roger is his close and best friend for a long time. He pardoned Roger because they are friends. So Congress right now can't do anything with Roger, right? Cannot do anything with Roger. Roger is free. He don't have to spend a day in jail. So Congress have a meeting saying future president cannot pardon if they are close relationship. That's bias. That's conflict of interest. Okay. There we go. Any other questions? All right, I'm gonna stop share. And I'm gonna stop live.